Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this series that I will be discussing about the L2 circuit configuration, or in Nokia terms Epipe configuration between Nokia and Juniper router. And being a network engineer, or migration engineer, or as a designer also, you'll be encountering that this type of scenario that you need to configure between the multi-vendor device. So this is one of the configuration that I have done in my production environment. So I thought of sharing this with you guys so that it will be useful for you guys also when you do the configuration. So basically, in one side, in the topology, it will be 7750 SR, and other side will be the Juniper MX. So and there'll be MPLS cloud. So so to start quickly with this, so basically we need two type of labels. One is the transport label in the MPLS, which will be 4 bytes, and next will be the service label to transport the L2 to identify the L2 services between the PE router. So basically, here is like the L2 services, L2 circuit or E-pipe configuration will be done on this router PE01, and this will be in the PE02. So as I can see, the traffic will be forwarded between these two routers, and what all that will have is we'll have the uh, transport label will have, and next will be the service label, and you'll have the IP packet uh, will be there. So this is how the traffic will be forwarded between the one PE to another PE. So why you need this type of L2 VPN or L2 circuit is because you have an end customer where they don't want the service provider to know what type of IP address they are using, or they don't want to expose their network into the service provider cloud. So that's why they go for the L2 VPN kind of services. And what we are going to do, we are going to do configuration between the perform the configuration between Nokia and Juniper MX router. To simplify this, I have made a very simple topology. Let me bring up the topology. Yeah, this is a topology that I'm using on just plain two routers. One is the 7750 SR, and one another is that is a Juniper VMX. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a scratch configuration. Gonna do an interface and just enable the ISIs and LDP, and I'll be doing the L2 VPN configuration on top of it. Let's quickly do it. So default password for Nokia is admin. So configure, let me show there is no configuration and this router in both the routers. Show router interface is the command. Yes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign a IP address for the system. Configure router interface system. Then address is 100.0.0.1/32. Configure router interface to, I'll put like Juniper P, and address I'll use is 10.0.0.1/30. So you'll have MPLS like other routers, the P routers in the network, but because I don't want to put like too much like configuration, so that's why I simplified by using only two routers in this for this configuration. Because this configuration, whatever that we perform, it will mostly in the end router configuration only. So next is I'm going to enable the ISIs. So you need to enable by using no shutdown and call the interface. Let me configure this simple, like interface type is point to point. Okay, now we need to configure for ISS, we need to configure the area ID. 49.0002 I'm using. So we are good with, we are good here. We have done the ISS configuration. Let's quickly jump into Juniper. Done. Show interface TOS, and let me show you. Okay, there is no IP address is configured, and let me quickly set the IP address. Set interface loopback 0.0.0 family inet address. I'll give the 0.0.2/32. In the meanwhile, I'll also enable the ISO, because ISO. So if you are enabling an ISS in Juniper, you need to enable the ISO family under the loopback and the area ID. This should be unique, and we will cover this ISS area ID concept in different videos. And for now, let me configure the ISS and set protocol. That's my bad. 0/0/1 dot 0. Okay, did we configure? No, we didn't configure the interface. Okay, so let me configure the interface. It is G0/0/1.0 family inet address 10.0.0.2/30. Okay, now we are good. So we have enabled the ISIS. For that, we need to enable the ISO address inside the interface also. Set interface GE-0/0/1.0 family ISO. So, okay. So let me quickly check, do the commit check whether the configurations are correct. Okay, commit. Let me do a commit so that we can verify whether the IS is coming up between the routers. Let me go to Nokia router here. So /show router ISIS adjacency. Oh, still it's not up. ISIS interface. Let me check quickly. Okay, it is done. Okay, /configure port 1/1/1. No shutdown. I missed that. Let me check show port. Okay, show MDA. Okay, show card. I think it's issue with my virtual router. Okay, because it was my fresh configuration, so I missed to configure the cards. Let me quickly configure card one, card type. So this is what happens when you know, refresh. So you'll miss this basic. Okay, let's check the IO. Okay, configure card one. It is /configure card one. Okay, we are good now. The ports will come up. Yes, it's done. Okay, /configure port 1/1/1. No shutdown. Let me give /configure port 1/1/2. No shutdown. Okay, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, now we are good. /configure router interface to Juniper P, and let me call this port 1/1/1 under that. Yep, we are good. And also let me change the But in Nokia, like you need to mention whether it's a network port, whether it's an MPLS interface, whether it's going or it's done towards the customer access port. So you need to mention that. So our interface towards the access will be 0/0/2. Let me change the uh, configuration under it. Ethernet mode access, or you can do like Ethernet must be shared. Okay, that's good. Warning, even though we are not using this service anywhere, but it's asking to shut down the interface. Yes, Ethernet encapsulation. Okay, Ethernet encapsulation type. I'm gonna do a VLAN, so that one queue. So we are good now. So router interface, and let me save the config. Exit all admin save. Let me quickly save the configuration. Show router interface. Yes, it's up now. Show router ISIS adjacency. Yep. Weird, it's not up. Let me show router ISIS interface. As I see, let me check in Juniper. ISIS interface. I think I need to use run command. Show ISIS interface. It's there. Let me quickly check the configuration. Show and show drive display set. Let me check the area is correct between this router. So what we use is 49002 here. Admin display config. I can grab it also, but still just yes, it's same. Okay. Interface type. Okay, I got it. Here, there we have mentioned the interface type, but in Juniper and Junos, we didn't mention that interface type is, point to point. So let me mention it. Interface type. I think the command is just point to point. Yes, point to point. Yes, correct. Now commit. The only difference command is you used to show router between before, like you execute any output, and here you just like execute show ISIS adjacency. So now the ISIS has come up. Now let quickly configure the LDP between the routers. Configure router LDP interface parameter interface. Okay, master interface to Juniper. No, shut down. Okay, we did that, and we'll go here to enable it. What we need to do, let's set protocol MPLS interface -0/0/1.0. We need to enable family MPLS. Okay. I think it will make sure it will. I need to delete this. Instead of set, I need to use delete. Just now commit check here that the Nokia it is done. And that takes time for Juniper. Yeah. So it's done. Show. Okay, I need to enable. Okay. Set protocol LDP interface loopback 0.0. I'm not sure. I don't think that we need to call 0.0 in Juniper. I forgot that. I can recheck, but we need to call this interface. Yes, now we are done with the configuration for LDP. Let's quickly check whether the LDP has come up. Show router LDP session. No, it's not. Show router LDP interface. Okay, here the interfaces are. Let's check, guys. The LDPS show LDP session. Sorry, run show LDP session. Okay, it's not up. Run show LDP interface. Okay, the interface is up, but okay. But I call the interface, but it's not showing. Okay, let me check. Show protocol LDP. Yes, interface is there, but it is not coming up here. Let me check. Show display set. I think it's yep. Let me quickly verify this. Okay, here I see that this family MPLS is not configured as a missing config. Yes, let me do that. Family MPLS. Yep, we need to enable the MPLS family. So we are done now. Let me check from the Nokia router. Yes, it should be up. Yes, now the LDP session is formed now. Okay, the next step is to configure the ePipe or L2 circuit between the Nokia and Juniper. What I'll do, I'll just start configuring from the Juniper end so that it will be easy. So the command is set protocol L2 circuit. I know the neighbor. Okay, L2 circuit neighbor. We know it 100.0.0.1 is the neighbor. Then we need to have the interface. Interface is like G-0/0/2 dot. I'll use the VLAN 200. So I'll use like dot 200 and virtual circuit ID also for testing. I'm using 200 now. And I make sure that there is no control word is configured. No control word. Yes, correct. And yes, we can troubleshoot and we'll use the encapsulation. We need to make sure that whether it's a no, what type of encapsulation that we are going to use. So these are the types that we have it in Juniper, and we can check the same thing in Nokia also. So what I'm gonna use is like we can use Ethernet. There won't be any VLAN tag, and if you use Ethernet VLAN, then VLAN tag will be there. So let me use Ethernet VLAN for testing. And based on your requirement, right? So you can choose to use what whether it's a plain Ethernet or do you need a Ethernet VLAN? Yes. For that, we need to set our access side interface, which is towards the customer. So for that, we need to do some configurations. Encapsulation will be the flexible Ethernet service, as well as the VLAN tag is flexible VLAN tagging. Yeah. So this is necessary configuration in Juniper. Then set interface G-0/0/2 dot. The unit number is 200. Then what is the VLAN ID? VLAN ID will be 200 here. So yes, let me do a commit check. Let's see if it's showing any error. So mostly we miss to use this flexible Ethernet service. Then we'll may encounter and commit error. So my Juniper end configuration is done for the L2 circuit. Run show L2 circuit connection is a command to verify the L2 circuit. It says the remote is not up. Okay, the remote side there is no configuration present. So that's why. So in Juniper, it's straightforward. In Nokia, that in order to do it, you need to configure something called STP. So for that, you need to go under services, any type of the VPN services that you configure, that will be under the configure services hierarchy. So first, let me configure SDP. I'll use the same name. So, but you see here, you need to mention the SDP type here. If you plainly create SDP create, then it will be default gray SDP. But in case you want to use MPLS or LDP or BGPL, so you need to use MPLS, then create. If you miss this MPLS keyword, then it will be gray. And the far end will be, we know that IP 100.0.0.2 will be my far ID, far end. Yes, and we'll do a no shut. Then we'll go back. We created the TLDP now session. From here, now what we'll do it, we'll create a epipe, which in Juniper term it's L2 circuit or L2 VPN. In Nokia it is epipe. So I'll use the same service ID name, same as this, customer one, create. So you need to use a create. We are creating it. Then we will call this STP. We always like it's a spoke STP. It's a one-to-one, so it is a spoke STP. So 200 is a STP. Then this is the, so make sure in Nokia, so when you give this, this is the your virtual circuit ID. Okay, 200:200 create. Then inside go, then do a no shutdown. So now we are created. Now we need to call the service interface here. So for that, we know that what is the service interface, in Nokia, right? So we need to call the service interface. So for that, in order to, there's some, you cannot call the directly the port. There's something called in Nokia, the terminology is SAP, service access point. Okay, SAP 1/1/2. What is the VLAN ID that we are going to use it? 200. So it just create, and here also you can give no shutdown directly, or you can go inside the hierarchy and give the no shutdown. In Nokia, just give show. So here we found out that there is something called shutdown is there. So I'll just did a no shutdown here now. So let me exit all and verify it. The command to verify in Nokia is show service ID. Service ID means the ePipe number is 200, and I call it as a base. Yes. Uh, Here you can see it is down. So now we need to troubleshoot, right? So in order to do that, let's quickly, check few things here. So maybe we need to troubleshoot it. Why it is not coming up? So let's quickly show service STP to check the target LDP session. Okay, my target LDP session is down. So why is it down? Let me do a troubleshoot. Show router LDP session. Okay, it's here it says that it's established both, but here the STP is down. Quickly just checking this, and yeah, I can see that when I execute, right, when I create a spoke STP, I created normal Ethernet. So, but in Juniper, we did create it with the VLAN. So what I need to do, I need to delete this and then recreate this. So conv pipe 200. Yes, spoke STP 200. 200. I need to do a shutdown. I need to give no spoke STP. Otherwise, you need to shut down the service, then you need to delete the service. Okay, here you see VC type. What is our VC type? Type of VC is like for this. There are different options. So what I'm gonna use is you can use a Ethernet without tagging, or you can use VLAN tag. So I use the VLAN. Sorry, I need to use a create as I mentioned. So then no shutdown. Let's see if this helps to bring the circuit up. Okay, show service STP. Up. Okay, let me go inside configure services STP 200 info detail. When I give info detail, okay, here it says, okay, let me do one thing. So here the LDP is not there. Here you can see it says that no LDP. So let me check now. Show services STP. What type of SDP, right? So now it has come up now, because when we create, we didn't give like what type of service, like, so that's why this STP is not come up. Now we are given like explicitly this, the STP is a LDP type. So this is how we need to troubleshoot. You need to go like step by step and find out the issue. And okay, let's show service ID 200. Basis the command to verify it in Nokia router. Okay, now you see my service ID is down. My HTTP is up, but my service is down. So there is a command to check. In EPI or L2 circuit, the one thing that you need to notice is your MTU. Let's quickly check what is the MTU received and forwarded. For that, there is a command show router LDP bindings. Then you can give service, especially like explicitly you can give a service ID. We know the service ID here, 200. It says that it's a local MTU, but we are not receiving any remote MTU. Okay, let me check on Juniper. Yes, so I found that issue. I think it's I missed to configure that encapsulation under the this particular unit. So let me check encapsulation. It will be, because we are using VLAN, so I'll just like VLAN cross connect with Juniper. So yes, so I forgot to mean that it says that no hardware present NP. This hardware not present, but I missed that. Oh, show run L2Circuit connection. Yep. It now it's showing as an outgoing label is the problem. So let me quickly check what is the MTU that it received and sent. The received and sent MTU is 1500 in this case, remote MTU and the local MTU. So there's no issue with the MTU now. So now we need to find show service ID 200 base. What could be the other issue that we need to identify? Yep. Surprise. Show port. Let me check the port. Yes, I got it. See here, the port is shut down. Configure port 1/2. No shutdown. Or sometimes we miss it. Yes, the port is up now. Now the L2 circuit, the EPIPE should be come up. It should come up now. Let me, yes, now it has come up now. Good. So here you can see that. Now my EPIPE has come up from Nokia end. From Juniper, let me verify it. Yes, it has, the L2 circuit has come up. So guys, that's all guys. If you like this video, hit a like button, and if you want like explore more configurations, you can tell me in the comment, so that I will try those configuration for the between the Nokia, Cisco, or Juniper, or any other vendor. If the image is available with me, then we can also learn more things. So do a like, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. Thank you very much guys for watching.